Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you guys here. This is the second video I'm doing in the maceration slash maturation slash updating you on fragrances that I have reviewed here on my channel. I have tested them, I have worn them, they have been sitting for a while, and here is an update on them. If I still enjoy them, if I have noticed any differences. So pretty much I'm giving you update on the fragrances that I have been discussing in different videos of mine. And in today's video, the focus will be on 5 fragrances, you guys. So first things first, I want to give you an update on Bayn Asrar from Paris Corner. I've checked and I think I've posted the review for Bayn Asrar around 4 months ago, so this had plenty of time to sit. I also want to give you an update on this fragrance Luscious from French Avenue. I want to give you an update on this fragrance called Khair Confection from Paris Corner, and I want to let you know if I have noticed any significant improvements. And also on 2 decants, you guys, on Yara Candy by Lattafa on one hand and Angham by Lattafa on the other hand. And you know what, let's just start with Angham, you guys, because I had quite a strong opinion when it comes to Angham. I feel like I was in the minority when it comes to not really vibing with this fragrance. Let's just say I thought it felt a little bit too harsh. I thought it felt a little bit too essential oil-esque in the opening. It kind of gave me a headache. I said that I will give this some time to sit, and I've actually worn this fragrance, you guys, so let me show you. I have worn it quite recently when I went to catch up with my best friends. I wore this fragrance and I had it in my purse with me. I had this decant and they smelled it. Both of them smelled it. So yes, now let me spray this fragrance. So let me tell you what my issue was with this fragrance, but before, hold on, because I have a hair strand here. Yeah. So my issue with this fragrance was the fact that, like, yes, it definitely gave you the Burberry Goddess DNA, but it felt a little bit harsh around the edges. You know what I mean? I think it could have been a little bit more polished around the edges. The thing that bothered me the most was the lavender accord. To me, the lavender accord in the opening, I don't even know how many months ago when I tried it out for the first time, it felt borderline refreshing. It felt essential oil leaning. It felt quite sharp, it felt quite overpowering, it felt like it took the shine away from the other notes. And yes, I do pick up lavender in Burberry Goddess as well, but the lavender there and how it's worked and what it's paired with, to me it adds an accent, but it doesn't take all the shine away from the vanilla. To me, what makes Burberry Goddess emblematic, it's that dark, rich, decadent vanilla accord with something from a vanilla pod, with something from a vanilla essence. So the vanilla felt all in all much more full-bodied and decadent. It had a balsamic leaning type of vanilla-like sweetness that added the most amazing, mysterious, bold, seductive element to the fragrance. And to me, I didn't really find this in this fragrance. I didn't really find that element in this fragrance. And on top of that, the lavender accord felt like it was just too much for me. Now guys, after letting it sit and testing it again, I can tell you this, the lavender accord, it feels more put together, more polished. It doesn't feel like it doesn't smell like essential oil, basically, straight up like essential oil. I still find it quite refreshing in the opening, but I feel like what has happened since having this fragrance is the sweet accord developed much more, so it came forward much more, and in a way it feels like it envelops the fragrance, not the fragrance, like it envelops the other notes a little bit better. I feel like prior, the sweetness, like the sweetness wise and the sweetness texture wise, shined more in the dry down. That's when I felt like the vanilla moved forward. It added much more body to the fragrance, felt a little bit more dense, a little bit more round, a little bit more creamy all in all. But I feel like now the sweetness has definitely came forward, and it also, I feel like it's much darker in a way. So I do like how it smells. I do still feel like that lavender accord could have been worked in a bit of a different manner, but it's not as bothering. I mean, look you guys, I was able to wear this fragrance and I did around 12 sprays, I think. Yeah, 12 sprays. and it didn't give me a headache. So that's like a wow factor, you know what I mean? Because back then when I was testing this fragrance, the way the lavender core was done, oh my god, you guys, it felt like legit, like if I smelled it too much, and if it was too concentrated, it felt like low-key would trigger my headaches. Now I had no issue. I was able to wear this fragrance, and like I've mentioned, I have asked that day what one of my best friends thinks about this fragrance, and she says it smells nice, but it has something from a shower gel. It makes her think of a shower gel for men with something sweet, and I get that. I think it's the lavender and the patchouli in this fragrance, but it did develop. Yeah, I do think I will finish this decant. Maybe I will leave it to sit for even longer. I don't know if you have noticed, but it started to change a little bit of the color as well from what I remember. Like the color used to be much more faint than it is now. I don't know if you noticed, but it's much more concentrated. So as you guys, as a conclusion, I have noticed improvements. I have worn it. I did feel very put together and chic when I was wearing it, I have to tell you. Like, I love the energy of this fragrance. I love how the vanilla shines. The accord I'm still struggling a little bit with is the lavender, and I feel like the way the lavender is done here, it kind of takes away a little bit from this refined element of the fragrance. I don't know why in my mind, if they would have toned down a little bit the lavender, this would have felt much more refined, but I am hopeful when it comes to this fragrance, because if I was able to wear it and enjoy it and not get headaches from wearing it, and not only just like wear it and enjoyed it, I actually felt very like put together and chic, you know, when I was wearing this fragrance. So the energy this fragrance gave me, it was very good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how it will develop even more. But yeah, one thing to keep in mind, if you're interested in Angham, I do think this is the kind of fragrance from Lattafa that you need to let it sit. For how long, I don't know. Keep in mind I had a decant, you know. But if you have a full bottle, I'm not even sure for how long you should let it sit. But you need to let it sit, at least from my experience. There were so many women in the comment section under that video that told me that they completely adore Angham by Lattafa. It's one of their best discoveries. They cannot stop wearing it. It's one of their most complimented fragrances. So yeah. Keep in mind, experiences may vary, but all in all, I would recommend you, if you are interested in trying out this fragrance, do let it sit, because at least for me, the opening back then, it was way too much. Now, let's move on, you guys, to the next fragrance. Let's move on to Bayn Asrar from Paris Corner. So this fragrance, you guys, the thing is, even at the moment I have filmed the review, I have had that fragrance in my collection for a while. I remember I have mentioned that from time to time it can have this, at least it used to have, because when I have posted the review, I don't think I picked up that facet anymore. It reached a point in its development when a very unusual and unexpected and not the most welcomed sour milky accord would start to shine. But that accord didn't linger up until the dry down. It would like come and go. But yeah. Now what I can tell you, to me, the most significant change I have noticed in terms of this fragrance is the creaminess. The opening, I still don't think it's the best. In the opening, I pick up a lot of nutmeg. So it adds this spicy, green, and a little bit essential oil-esque. It felt a little bit pungent. Not pungent in a way that it felt skanky, but it felt like it hit your nose, you know? A little bit, but I feel like the opening is much more smooth. I do still pick up that nutmeg essential oil-esque quality, but it's not as essential oil-esque cleaning. Now I pick it up more like a nutmeg accord that adds just a very vibrant spicy green dimension to the opening. But this quickly moves into the most gentle, creamy, vanillic forward fragrance with some nutty accents, some gentle florals, but all in all, this is such a creamy fragrance. This is very creamy and dense around the edges. Like once that nutmeg facet that felt quite refreshing and green and spicy fades away, like the texture of the fragrance changes and it gets so creamy, so dense, so warm and so smooth all in all. So yeah, beautiful development, you guys. Now, truth is, this is still a love or hate type of fragrance. I think you either resonate with it and you wear it and you rock it, or you don't enjoy it and you think it smells weird, you think it smells, yeah, I don't know, you just think it smells quite overpowering, quite polarizing. I can definitely see why this might come across as a polarizing fragrance. To me, you guys, this is more again of a creative artistic type of blend. It's not the type of scent pairing that you come across in pretty much every other fragrance, you know. No, to me this smells unique, but I love what they managed to do with the creamy vanilla, with the walnut, you guys. It has this walnut gem quality about it. So it definitely does have sweetness, but it's not a sweetness that's too emphasized. To me, the sweetness is not what shines the most in this fragrance. To me, the sweetness is the type of sweetness it will naturally accompany these types of notes that they have put together. Yeah. Very beautiful, a very sophisticated fragrance, you guys. I feel like sometimes I have a hard time wearing it because to me, like, this is not the kind of fragrance I could see myself wearing, I don't know, when I'm going to do the groceries for some reason, or when I'm running errands here and there and I have to be a little bit more casual and comfy, let's just say. To me, this is the type of fragrance that embodies the sophisticated aura about it, this put together, feminine, gentle, yet sophisticated and statement aura about it. I don't know why, to me, this is the kind of fragrance you'd wear for a brunch with your girlfriends at that very nice restaurant in town, you know, you're meeting for a chat to grab a bite. Yeah, it's that type of fragrance you would wear for a very elegant brunch to me, or for weddings, or for, I don't know, birthday parties, or all in all, just occasions where you would be naturally a little bit more dressed up than your usual, let's just say, day-to-day outfits. Yeah, date night also. I do think this has something seductive about it. I do think that. Yeah, it's a little bit of an ambiguous fragrance in a way. I don't know how to describe it, you guys. I mean, when I smell it, I am able to pick up facets, but at the same time, when I'm telling you how it smells, I don't know, I feel like there's more to this fragrance that I'm not able to really put into words. Yeah, beautiful fragrance, beautiful fragrance. Again, someone in the comment section told me that she loves this fragrance so much that she bought herself a backup bottle and she has already did few sprays because she found that this fragrance needs around 3 months to fully develop. I think if you have tried a handful of Middle Eastern fragrances and if you actually pay attention to how they smell, like not just like you spray it once, you smell it then you smell it a year later. No. Like if you try them, if you test them, like if you properly test them and if you let them sit, I cannot tell you why in certain cases I have noticed this aspect, why in certain cases I have not noticed this aspect, but I can tell you for sure that in certain cases I have definitely noticed improvements, and this is one of those cases, you guys. So yeah. And also I do think you need to give your nose time to be able to get used to and accustomed, because how to describe it, you guys, this is such an interesting fragrance because it doesn't smell like the most obscure, challenging, polarizing fragrance, but at the same time it doesn't smell like the type of fragrance that everybody could pull off. I do think you need to carry yourself in a certain manner. You need to have a specific taste when it comes to fragrances. Perhaps you need to appreciate fragrances that feel a little bit more put together and sophisticated and feminine, but not your typical elegant florals. I don't think this is that typical elegant floral. I think this has something unusual about it, but it makes it intriguing. So yeah, this is my update on the fragrance. I find myself wearing it in occasions or for occasions when I want to feel put together for sure, and I want something that's a little bit more feminine and elegant, but I don't really love the typical feminine elegant fragrances, and I want something that feels a little bit more like me. That I feel like the middle ground, that's when I choose to wear something like this. Truth is, not every day in my life calls for such an occasion. Let's just say I don't have the most active social life at the moment. You know, it's not like I'm going out every day to a different restaurant, to a different cafe, going out, I don't know, like clubbing on the weekends. So from this perspective on, at the moment, I don't reach for this fragrance as much. But it's good to have something like this for those exact moments when I want something that feels put together and feminine, but not that typical elegant feminine floral. No, this definitely stands out. In a crowd, this fragrance stands out, but you need to wear it with confidence because, again, the feedback I received on this fragrance was so mixed that you just need to wear it with confidence. Like if you have it and you love it, don't think what other people will say about this fragrance. Just like wear it and let the fragrance awaken that energy, that confidence within you, you know? So that's my update on Bayn El Asrar. Now let's move on to which one? Look, you guys, let's move on to Luscious, simply because, in all honesty, I have noticed many differences when it comes to this fragrance. I cannot wait. We are slowly, here in Romania, we are slowly approaching spring season. I cannot wait to wear this fragrance, you guys. I cannot wait, and for the summer season to come, and for me to wear this fragrance and to love it. And I've worn it recently, even at home, because I missed wearing this fragrance so much. I think in winter It's just not for me. I don't think this works in winter, but I've recently worn it at home, and how it made me feel, it's so interesting because to me, it makes me feel chic, put together, but very modern at the same time. It's not a sophisticated fragrance in a way. I don't think this is the kind of fragrance that exudes elegance and this put together, elegant demeanor about it. No, to me this is, hold on, because I don't know why I smell it, because I haven't sprayed anything. To me, this fragrance just feels fun. It feels fun, you guys, but very modern. And I love how this fragrance smells. Like, to me, this is the best, the most well done pistachio accord that I have tried in a fragrance. And to me, yes, I can sense that young pistachio gelato DNA, but to me, what French Avenue chose to do with this fragrance, like, they made it even better, if you ask me. Like, the pistachio, you guys, like, it's such a creamy pistachio accord I pick up in the opening. Is legit that pistachio accord you come across in croissants with pistachio filling, you know? It's that creamy paste like pistachio that smells so sweet, so dense, so full of flavor. And then I get this toasted pistachio quality about it, something honeyed like lingering in the background. It's nutty, it's green, it's a little bit spicy from the cardamom, but very sweet, but very full of life and complex at the same time. I feel like this is the most complex inspiration, or dare I say, twist on the DNA of young pistachio gelato that I have tried, and it feels the richest, the thickest in a way, and also the most long-lasting. Like, performance for this fragrance is not an issue. Expect anywhere from 6 and above hours longevity on your skin, on clothes, in your hair. It lasts for days. But yeah, to me this is the embodiment of summer for some reason. I do think I could start to wear it from the spring season, but I don't know why in my mind when I wear something like this I need to have like a t-shirt on, you know, or like a top on, not really like a long blouse or anything like this. This screams summer, this screams fun times, good times. Yeah, you guys, I cannot say I've noticed any differences, honestly, when it comes to this fragrance. I haven't noticed many differences scent-wise. Performance-wise, I can't say that I have noticed any significant changes. So yeah, what can I tell you? To me, it smells pretty much how it smelled when I first tried it. To me, this was a love at first sniff. I have loved it from the get-go. I didn't think, and I still don't think, this is the kind of fragrance you need to let it sit for a while. Wow. Now, is it redundant to have all the inspirations out there of young pistachio gelato? Of course it is. If you are interested in trying out only one, or maybe you are running out of your current young pistachio gelato or any inspiration that you have, I would highly encourage you to look into this fragrance. Perhaps get a sample, get a decant, but definitely try it, because it smells, yeah, again, it smells like a fragrance that doesn't cost as little as this does. And yeah, kudos to French Avenue for what they chose to do with this DNA. I think it's brilliant. They took that DNA and they have updated or even upgraded it. Yeah, amazing. Simply amazing, simply amazing. So yeah, that's, by the way, that's a very easy to wear type of fragrance. Day to day, grab and go, working in the office, running errands. To me, I don't think this fragrance requires a very elegant or put together outfit like Bayn Asrar does. To me, it doesn't have that statement, sophisticated aura. To me, this feels chic and modern, effortlessly chic and modern in a way, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. Now you guys, let's move on to this fragrance. Let's move on to Khair Confection from Paris Corner. In the review I have posted, I have mentioned that I don't think this is the kind of fragrance that needs to sit, but I have mentioned that I'm excited to see how it will evolve, or if it will evolve. And I was hoping for a musky, airy, and after that a woody accord to get a little bit more smooth and to not cut from the richness. I have a soft spot for sweet fragrances, like, and I feel like my passion for, if I can call it like that, for sweet fragrances has developed even more in the last few years. I genuinely have a soft spot for sweet fragrances. Of course, it depends what kind of sweet fragrance. I can't say that I love all sweet fragrances, but usually if it has a decadent vanilla, especially if it's paired with something sugary, with something creamy, with something lactonic even. So guys, have I noticed any significant changes? Yes and no. Yes and no. What I think has happened again, I think it feels much more creamy in the opening. So I still pick up that beautiful juicy pear in the opening with a creamy, buttery, almost vanilla. But now I pick up more of that powdered sugar from the marshmallow. I don't remember picking that accord up. Yeah, again, when I smell it, it makes me think of powdered sugar in a way. But like pink powdered sugar, I don't know why. Paired with a beautiful juicy pear with a creamy vanilla. I feel like what has happened all in all, the opening doesn't feel as loud, you know, as, how to say, it feels a little bit more creamy and a little bit more harmonious from what I've noticed. Yeah, and that area chord, that musky facet, let's just say, is not as emphasized in a way. I do still pick up airy facets peeking throughout the development, but they don't feel as harsh. See here, I don't even pick it up, but on my skin, I pick up this, again, burnt sugar quality to the vanilla chord in a way. It's a very similar chord that they choose to use here. It's a very similar accord to the vanilla accord used in Khair Felicity and also to the vanilla accord used in Vanilla 28 by Kayali. See, but the sugariness is not as emphasized here and it's not as dark. I'd say it's more of a creamy buttery vanilla. It's not a very dark vanilla per se, but it has a gentle burnt, toasted almost like effect about it in the background. Yeah, with that beautiful juicy pear, with like powdery sugar from the marshmallow accord, with a gentle dry woodsy facet peeking through that grounds a little bit the notes. Yeah, all in all, this feels much more harmonious, much more balanced, much smoother. Again, when I smell it, none of the notes, none of the accords like feel sharp to my nose in a way, you know what I mean? Like none feel like they hit my nose in an unpleasant way. Yeah, and also what I've noticed, you guys, improvement. Let me just put the cap. Performance-wise, before I felt like 4 hours was a tops, if I remember correctly. Now this actually goes past the 5th hour mark. And also, call me crazy, but I don't know why I pick up a darker boozy facet in the dry down of this fragrance. I don't know. And also, you guys, I don't know. In that video, some women told me this has nothing to do with that fragrance. Anyways, I don't. Vanilla rock and sugar. My 5 personalities all collaborating for this video. Yeah, some women told me they pick up nothing in common, you guys. My local Sephora finally carries Kayali fragrances in store, and I've smelled the OG fragrance from Kayali, and automatically, of course, I only smelled it on a test strip, but automatically I have picked up on the similar DNA. So I don't know why some say it's not similar. I find them extremely similar. Of course, like it happens with the majority of inspirations, if you compare them side by side, I can guarantee you will get differences, you know? Like it's rare to get a fragrance that's so similar that you don't pick up a lot of differences. Let me go and turn off the camera and start a new video because this camera closes after 30 minutes. So yes, these are my thoughts about this fragrance. These are the main aspects I have noticed scent-wise. These are the main aspects I have noticed performance-wise. So yes, I do think the performance improves, the texture improves, and also the scent itself gets much more smooth and harmonious. Not to say that it smelled off in the opening, not in the opening, when I have first tried it, but I do think it smells much more harmonious now. Now with this in mind, you guys, I wouldn't recommend this fragrance to women who like to feel very put together and elegant and sophisticated on a day-to-day basis. Like, I don't know why, to me, the woman that would wear Delina, like the OG Delina, is not the same woman that would wear this fragrance on a day-to-day basis, or at least she wouldn't be in the same energy when she would choose to wear this fragrance. To me, this is girly, this is fun, this is gigglish, this is playful, this is the opposite of a serious fragrance, this is the opposite of a sophisticated fragrance, this is the opposite of that fragrance that exudes elegance and like old money, expensive this, expensive that. No, to me this is the opposite. This is flirty, this is girly, this is feminine, this is playful, this embodies, I don't know, it has something youthful about it without smelling juvenile, you know what I mean? But it does feel a tad more youthful as a blend, as a standalone blend. But I feel like if you love La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier, if you love fragrances like Teriyaki, if you love that fragrance from Kayali, Vanilla Candy Rock, Sugar, this will be your cup of tea. Though I'd say test it first. Test it first, because the feedback I received from this fragrance, like on this fragrance, was pretty mixed. Some say they love it, some say that they really are not really that impressed with the fragrance. So test it first if you have the chance. And now let me check to see something. Okay, so last but not least, I kind of need to hurry this fragrance. Let me mention the update on Yara Candy. So Yara candy, it was never a bad fragrance to begin with, you guys. I think this fragrance smelled very well. I think this fragrance smelled amazing from the get-go. This has the most realistic gummy bear accord, like those gummies covered in that sugar accord that makes your mouth pucker, so it's slightly tangy in a way, but like sweet and tangy, you know. Gummy bear style, this is how the fragrance opens up with. It's so realistic. It has this fizzy, mouth puckering dimension to it. And it's crazy how they managed to create such a photorealistic accord in the opening. And see, I pick up this accord, you guys, and right in the background, I pick up the smell of like a banana strawberry milkshake. If anything, I feel like this accord has developed much more a little bit. I don't know why I smell banana, honestly, but it's like banana strawberry milkshake. So it feels very creamy, a little bit vanillic, a little bit with something from the strawberry. I don't know why in my mind I pick up something banana-like. Maybe it's the fruity accord, how the fruity accord is done. But it is so beautiful. It starts out very fizzy, very vibrant, definitely edible gourmand type, you know, because it makes you think of candies. And then it goes much more creamy, much more milkshake, quote unquote. Yeah, scent-wise, I feel like these are the main differences that I've noticed, which are not a lot if you ask me. Like, but then again, this fragrance, this just smelled good from the get-go. This is not the kind of fragrance that you need to give I don't know how many months to sit in a closet to do I don't know how many sprays. This to me was good from the get-go. It didn't smell off. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I haven't worn it actually yet. I haven't done like a full wear test. To me, I don't know why, to me this needs heat. Like, this needs summer, and also this needs an occasion. I can see why some people would think this would feel a little bit more juvenile. Again, do I find it juvenile? Maybe a little bit, you guys, but it's not the kind of fragrance that I feel like, I don't know, it was like created only for kids, you know, or only for teenagers or for very young women. I don't know why. I could feel like I could pull off this fragrance, but I'm actually more curious to wear it in summertime layered with other fragrances, if I'm being very honest. I don't know if I will reach for it as a standalone fragrance. I look at this fragrance just like I look at Yara, like as a standalone fragrance, like objectively beautiful, subjectively I want a little bit more out of them, but I feel like layered, this fragrance will shine very well. Think this one with any citrusy dominant fragrances. Perhaps you have a sweet and sour citrus, for instance. Think, what's that one from Al Haramain, L'Aventure Femme. If you were to layer it with something like this, it would cut from that mouth puckering effect, you know, that sour facet from the blackcurrant. So this fragrance, all in all, I feel like would work amazing layered with fragrances that feel citrusy, that feel tangy in a way, because you have the fizzy sweetness here from the gummy bear accord in my mind, but then you have that creamy, dense, vanillic banana strawberry milkshake accord that will envelop all the other notes, you know, and it will just tame them a little bit, if you will. So yes, this is everything I wanted to tell you guys. I'm sorry this last part is a little bit more hurried, but I generally have to finish because my camera will die. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. If you have tried any of these fragrances, let me know if you have noticed any improvements once you give them, let's just say, some time to sit. If you have any video idea, video requests, feel free to put them in the comment section. I'm always taking notes, you guys. Also, if you want to tell me anything, please put it in the comment section and I promise that I will get back to you. I will see you in my next video, but until then, I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye, guys.